Return to this place, and I, the legendary mage Flamma, will be here to help.
It was her master.
Wow.
Whoa.
Holy shit.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Let's React. I'm Kenny, this is my beautiful wife Montana, this is Hogarth, this is Waddles, and that's Rue.
And today we're going to be reacting to Season 1, Episode 4 of Frieren, The Land Where Souls Rest.
This was kind of mentioned in the opening monologue, if I remember correctly. Like, it was some person being like, meet me in the land where the souls rest.
Was that Himmel?
Excited to see what keeps happening, but if you're excited for more episodes of Frieren Beyond Journey's End, make sure to hit like, comment, and subscribe down below for episodes coming every Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can't wait and want to see these episodes right now, they're all posted to Patreon in their extended full-length forms, including 11 episodes ahead of Frieren, in addition to a bunch of episodes of all the other shows we're watching. Alright, are we excited for episode 4 of Frieren?
Absolutely.
Alright, let's get it.
Let's go.
Dunderheads, this video was brought to you by the incredible members of the Let's React Patreon. If you want access to a ton of exclusive perks, check out the link in the description below. Have a good day, Twinkle Toes!
28 years in the canal.
It's always been difficult for ships to navigate, so all sorts of things wash up on our shore. In the old days, the entire village used to pitch in and help clean up.
But now you lack the manpower to accomplish such a feat.
These waters were beautiful once, as clear as crystal.
Yes, I know.
Would you be willing to accept this as payment?
It's a book written by the legendary mage Flamma.
Mistress Frieren.
Is this the only grimoire the village has?
Yes.
It shall do. We'll restore your coast to its former glory.
All right. What kind of magic are you thinking they'll use here to... Oh, by the way, I want to point out a detail somebody pointed out because I thought it was really sweet. Mm-hmm. And they said it represents something you should watch out for in Frieren.
Okay.
In one episode, we learn that Frieren learned a spell to make grapes more sour. Mm-hmm. And then the next episode, we see that the dwarf's favorite food is grapes. The more sour, the better.
Oh, that's cute.
There are moments where something will happen and you're like, oh, that does, like, wonder what that means, and then the flashback or something else later will be like, oh, that's why Frieren did that.
It's like specifically learning things to help her friends.
Yeah.
Like she's just a very observant person. Like when someone's a really good gift giver.
Yeah, and I feel like it's a new thing for an elf to be learning that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, I think last episode was also in the 28th year, so after Himmel's death, so this is in the same year, like talking to the same people. Like, interesting that they didn't just move on and skip ahead, like they're starting to slow down a little.
Very true. I love the idea of paying in information.
Yeah. Fake.
So, you've been studying like I told you to. Good girl, Fern.
Oh my God!
Don't.
Girl, Fern. Texts attributed to Flamma aren't real.
You're such a dick.
This is yet another
Don't.
for it.
Then why did you accept the job?
Because that man clearly needed our help.
That must not be your only reason.
You're right. I'm doing this for me.
Sounds like we have another long stay ahead of us.
It's a beautiful place to stay.
Yeah.
Always a joy to see my best customer. I
Like, that's so well animated.
Just for you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, ma'am.
So much detail.
A gift for 3 months of loyalty. Have you gotten used to our village yet?
3 months.
I have.
The shore gets
And she gets
awfully
bread every
cold
day.
This time of year. You
You.
girls be
Me.
careful.
I love a bakery.
She's still asleep. And this place is a mess. I tidied it up only yesterday. It's morning time. You need to wake up. There's work to do. The shore isn't going to clean itself.
She's extremely eepy today.
Clearly. I also don't want to go out when it's cold.
Yeah. Wow. It looks like a mom and her kid now. It's so much taller.
I wonder if they can do anything with the wood.
Yeah. Make a fire.
Something occurred to me. I wonder if you might actually be a rather irresponsible sort of person. I wake you up at a reasonable hour every morning, then get you dressed and feed you. You do know that I am not your mother, don't you?
I'm capable of doing all that myself.
No doubt, but you wouldn't be on your feet till noon.
Fair.
I'm not worried about it. I've already given up hope. How did you ever manage traveling with the heroes' party? I can't imagine they would be willing to brush your hair.
I overslept all the time back then.
And you never got in trouble for it?
I did actually, but just the once.
Only once.
Just the
Must
once.
have been uniquely patient people.
They were unique, certainly. Though Heiter did often click his tongue in disapproval. Sorry.
Watch it.
I understand, friend. Calm down.
He gave you
The
the
clicky
tongue
is
click of
funny.
rage.
Nightmare situation.
Just can't handle that level of disapproval. The tongue click of rage is hilarious.
Nice.
How's the big cleanup coming along?
I would say that we're about 2/3 of the way there.
Do you think it'll be ready by the New Year's festival?
Barely, but yes.
In that case, I sincerely hope you'll be able to join us in watching the sunrise this time. A sight to behold.
That's an early wake up.
Yeah. Wait, yeah, you're right. Didn't think about that.
Well, of course you
So this
wouldn't
whole
think about
cleanup
that.
Operation.
For clarification, I am a huge morning person.
He will wake up whenever, and I am not.
You could wake me up at 3 a.m. and once I'm up, it's like I got all
It's
the
like
sleep I
2
needed.
seconds. You don't need sleep, and I really need sleep.
Today I was
Like,
like, I'm gonna let that and
badly.
just, you know what? You're a lot like Frieren today. I was like, I'm gonna let her sleep, and then it's 12. It was like, I think it was like 10:30. I went in and was like, hey, and then she kind of woke up and then was like, okay, I'll be up soon. 12:40
It
rolls
did
around.
not
I walk in. I
happen.
was like, hey, it's 12:40. And she goes, what? And then gets.
I thought I was just having a little bit of an extra lay, but no.
Nope.
That was not the situation. I'm in my elf era.
Yeah.
So this whole cleanup operation is related to the New Year's festival?
In this village, it's customary to welcome the new year by watching the sunrise. It's something about the way the light reflects off the clear water. They say that it's quite beautiful.
You mean you've never gotten to see it before?
You think that I could wake up that early?
That does seem unlikely.
Let's try to hurry. We don't have much time.
Ooh,
Old captain. What a treasure. Like that animation is beautiful.
so cool.
Wow.
That looks pretty open. They've
And the
done
music,
it.
look at that water. Wow.
The water quality is looking great.
Huh.
Our work is done with a whole night to spare.
It hardly looks like the same beach.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Thank you
Very
for all your
satisfying.
hard work, Miss Freeman. Tomorrow, you'll be joining us for the festival, right?
Right.
We're excited to have you.
Have you lost your mind? That's so early. There's no way you'll be able to wake up in time. It would be impossible.
Not if I simply don't sleep.
You're that intent on seeing the sunrise?
Wow.
To be honest, I
That's
couldn't
brave.
care less. That's the reason I'd like to see it.
Huh.
Don't understand.
Neither do I.
Interesting.
Huh.
Like her inherent nature is not to care,
You didn't
but
come
yet
to the New
she wants to
Year's
see it.
festival with us. Why not? You broke poor Heiter's heart. Now he's bedridden. What a sensitive soul.
The only thing he's sensitive to are the effects of his drink.
The rest of you got to go, so what's the issue?
You should have been there too. We wanted you to enjoy it.
It was merely a sunrise. I doubt it would have brought me any joy.
You're wrong there. You would have loved it.
Why's that?
Because you're just that kind of person.
Wow.
She's asleep.
She'll make it. She's gonna do it.
Mistress Frieren, you have to wake up, or else you'll be late to the festival.
Mama.
Who do you think you're calling Mama, young lady? Why exactly am I doing this again?
For me, Fern. Thank you.
Oh. I like the way they're drawing how sleepy she is.
Yeah.
It's random, but still.
It's certainly pretty, but I wouldn't say it's worth waking up early for. Maybe Himmel didn't know what kind of person I was after all. I'm off. I need to go back to...
Look at it, mistress. It's so beautiful.
Oh, is it? It's just a sunrise.
Don't act tough to me. I can tell you're happy.
Maybe so, but only because you're smiling.
It's not about the sunrise, it's about how other people perceive the
Well,
sunrise.
maybe she's starting to get it.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't have been able to see this sunrise if I'd been on my own.
Yeah, no. You're right. It's both.
Yeah.
If I weren't here, you'd still be snuggled up in bed.
Oh.
I feel like there is a pretty deep... Like, this has informed me so much about who Frieren is.
Totally. I think that's what Himmel was getting at, that she would have enjoyed it because everyone else was enjoying it, and like experiencing something special with someone is special even if the thing itself isn't special to you inherently.
I think it's partly that, but I think, like, she started to say, like, yeah, I'm enjoying it because you're enjoying it, and then she kind of, like, got a second look. Like, once she was told why somebody would think it was special, she looked again, and then I think she figured it out, like, why it's so beautiful. So I think it's like I enjoy it because they enjoy it, but also, like, seeing how they witness things, I can try to feel that way. Like, it's not her instinct wouldn't be to do that, but when she's told to do that, she feels the feelings of a human. So she kind of needs to, she keeps referencing Himmel's sort of like what he's been saying. I feel like he's sort of her like guide for what the joy of being a human is.
Yeah.
And like Fern's kind of taking over that responsibility. It's just kind of beautiful to see, like she said earlier, like, I couldn't care less about it, but yet I still want to see it. Like, that's the crux of what she's doing here, is like, it's just so against my nature, but I know I enjoy it because of these moments I have.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, it's a beautiful message. But
Yeah.
anyway, let's keep going.
Are these for your family?
It happened a long time ago. Demons attacked my village and showed no mercy. What are you doing?
Praying, of course.
We return to nothing when we die.
I like to think we go to heaven.
Until several thousand years ago, people largely accepted that nothing comes after. But I know the dwarves value tradition. I myself am skeptical about the idea of a heaven. Magic can't observe the souls of the dead, so an afterlife cannot be outright proven. Though it cannot be disproven either.
I, for one, don't think it matters either way.
I agree.
Real.
In the grand scheme of things, I can't say how much it truly matters.
Wait, gotta say, super interesting that it's like religious, atheist, like
agnostic,
scientist / atheist, I'd say. Scientist agnostic, and then just pure agnostic.
And then, yeah.
I, for one, don't think it matters either way.
I agree.
There might be a different word for what Himmel is, though.
I can't say how much.
Who gives a shit?
Careful now, oh corrupt
Yeah.
one. Not very priestly.
You're right. But even if a heaven doesn't exist, I very much believe that it should.
Why's that?
I feel it's more convenient that way. Those that kept living despite life's hardships deserve more than just oblivion. Picture the alternative. A heavenly realm where souls can live in luxury. It's a nice thought.
The music is so good.
So beautiful.
That is more convenient. Let's pray.
He's like, I like that.
All right. Sure.
Oh, wow. He might have a lot more time left, though, because he's a dwarf. but
Yeah.
Not as much as an elf.
Is that how that
Hello
works?
there.
Yeah,
I
they're
thought
like
I'd drop by.
middle.
You act as if it hasn't been 30 years.
So, not very long at all then.
I suppose not. I never thought you would take on an apprentice.
Eisen, I came to see if there's anything I can help you with.
Is his name Eisen or Heisen?
Eisen, I
Eisen.
came to see if there's anything I can help you with.
I'm not done here yet. I heard you paid a visit to Haida before he passed away, and asked him the same thing.
How do you know about that?
Haida and I rode often.
You're
They're pen
much
pals?
friendlier than you appear.
That's
Or
cute.
perhaps you're not friendly enough.
Well, tell me.
Didn't talk to them
Is
for
there
like
anything
70
you can
years.
do? Full basin. This takes me back.
So you've been here before?
Long ago.
Long ago, she says. How long must that be?
Probably in prehistoric times.
Not even I have lived that long.
Those ears are pretty good
What
for
are we
hearing, I
looking
guess.
for?
Yeah.
The notes of Flamma, the legendary mage.
If you insist. But you know most of our supposed writings are fake.
Not this one. I have a lead from Haida. He deduced the location from records on Flamma, left in the Holy City. Her genuine notes are located somewhere in Full Basin. Think back, Frieren. You must remember that.
His research was in-depth, quite driven for a corrupt priest. Let's begin. We can start by looking for a giant tree.
A giant tree? That's ridiculous. We're in a forest full of them. Well, I suppose you do have all the time in the world.
That I do. But Fern doesn't
What is she
like
doing back
What's
there?
happening?
so we'll
Yeah.
try to be quick.
Let's search as efficiently as possible.
Oh, they're taking too long because they both
You
experience
sure?
time.
Okay.
You never cared about other people's time before.
That's
Yay,
Fern.
growth.
She's scary when she's mad.
Good to know. I'll watch myself.
Maybe it was also hearing the task of finding a book in a whole valley. Whoa,
yeah,
you see him
that's
lift that?
overwhelming. Oh, wow. Oh, the grapes.
Look at this. Yeah, make the sound
Yeah.
grapes.
Oh,
Oh, and did you see
That's
how empty
cute.
his basket was?
yeah.
Wait, that was
Polishing
very
him
cute.
off.
I need to also see that clip of him lifting it. I like big, strong animation. Sick.
Hell yeah.
Dwarves were known to be very strong in D&D. Not very fast. Not a big enough tree.
Mistress Frieren! I spotted a large tree growing over some ruins to the west of here. This way.
Meet you there. Eisen, I understand wanting those notes, but why now?
Because I felt sorry for you. Not just you, I suppose. I felt sorry for him, too. 30 years ago, at his funeral,
Oh, yeah.
you said that you wished you would have gotten to know him better. You should tell that to Himmel himself. According to legend, Flamma's notes discuss her conversations with the dead, and how she achieved
Okay.
her meetings.
Nothing more than a fairy tale.
The land where
Such
souls
dialogue
rest.
with Himmel is far from my mind.
You know more than most that all magic started as fairy tales. And don't you want to learn more about your lost friend? That's why I brought this up to Haida. It was evident that you had regrets. We wanted
Yeah.
to help you through them.
That's what this whole journey's really been about, I feel like.
A barrier. And a powerful one. It's protecting both the tree and the ruins.
It's been over 1,000 years now. And here I am dancing in the palm of my master's hand.
Whoa.
Wow.
How is that going to keep watch?
Oh, don't sell it short.
Wait, hold on. Oh, this is her master from the past. Oh.
How is
Wow.
that going to keep watch?
I was like, we're just going to move on?
Don't sell it short. This little sapling will grow. In 1,000 years, it'll still be protecting this place.
Probably so, but you'll be dead by then.
Well, sure, but you won't be. Someday down the line, you're going to make a horrid mistake, and you'll wish you had gotten to know the people around you.
Are you asking
Well,
I get
wow.
to know you?
Spot on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not quite. All that I'm saying is when the inevitable happens,
Their eyes are so similar.
return to this place. And I, the legendary mage Flamma, will be
Yeah.
here to help.
It was her master.
Wow.
Whoa.
Holy shit.
Yeah, maybe she can speak to the dead, and she knew she'd have this regret, so she has
Wow.
the... Wait. Whoa.
Those are Flamma's
That's
notes.
incredible
Yeah.
knowledge of the future.
And yet she still didn't believe
They
it.
are.
Uh-huh.
How can you be so sure?
Frieren was Flamma's best student.
Flamma, the hero from my textbook? Are you telling me that Frieren used to be your student?
Whoa.
Are
Wow.
you positive that she doesn't predate history?
Flamma's design
Doesn't
was
say
really cool,
anything
too.
about speaking
Yeah.
with the dead.
It was already open to that very page. So she knew 1,000 years ago that I would come back here someday.
Yep. Wow.
What an
Amazing.
unpleasant woman. On the very
Hates being wrong.
most
Hate that she was right, that
continent.
bitch.
I arrived at the place the people of this world call
Wow.
heaven. I now know it as Aureole, the land where souls rest.
Just went to heaven?
Many spirits
Okay.
have gathered there. I spoke with friends whom I once fought alongside. It was the discovery of a lifetime, and will hopefully propel the
Research on souls forward.
Do you think any of that is true?
Who can say? She was rather irresponsible.
Heaven exists. It's more convenient if it does.
Huh. Like they used to say.
No.
I should try believing for a change.
Do you have any idea exactly where this place might be?
Is this going to be the journey going here, the whole story? I could see that.
All right.
And
But that's where...
it is now home to the Demon King's castle.
All right.
But the Demon King was
Would it be in
defeated.
such a place?
Frieren, you must go to Aureole and speak with Himmel. You said you would help me, did you not?
He's like, this is a favor for me, not for you.
Picked up a few tricks. Where?
I think we both know the answer to that.
I'll do it then. We needed a destination. Though I hate to think I'll be passing through the tundra around the Demon King's castle. Maybe I don't want to go.
This is going to be an uphill battle. She's already dead asleep.
As carefree as ever.
It's so cold. I don't want to freeze out there.
Sleep whining. Is it really that frigid around the Demon King's castle?
Conquering Indus terrain is no small feat. It's at the northernmost end of the continent. We braved much more than the cold in that place.
I'm sure.
So are they going to go back on the route they took to get
Feels
there?
a little too quiet. I think she's napped for long enough. Nap time's over. Rise and shine. Well, I tried.
Fern,
You.
She's
is
so
that
real.
a good teacher to you?
That's a fair question. I don't know the answer. She just drags me around on her aimless search for new spells. I'm always at her mercy.
Her face.
Interest in getting to know Himmel and the rest of your party has given her some direction.
He had a different statue with the
When it
new
comes to
pose.
me,
That's
I
funny.
find that she is significantly less interested. The reason she took me on in the first place was because Master Heiter asked her to.
I see.
But, well, she does care in her own way.
Yeah.
Whenever my birthday comes around, she picks out some sort of present for me. She usually seems indifferent to my presence. I'm curious what goes through her mind. She's a mystery.
Frieren.
Beautiful.
Won't we stay
Yeah.
in the royal capital?
Oh, back to
I'm
the
going to keep traveling.
70
All by
years ago?
yourself?
It's
Or
easier that
100
way.
at this point.
You're not going to take on an apprentice. A journey is better with someone to talk to.
I fear it would be a waste of time. No matter how much I teach them, they'll surely die.
How cheery. That's not how relationships work.
That's how they work for me.
Why couldn't she find
Just
another
consider
elf?
our adventure. It's taken up less than 1/100th of my life.
Wow.
You should understand, Eisen.
That's enough. No time for such depressing talk. Today is a day for celebration and glee. Let us toast.
It sounds like somebody wants an excuse to drink more.
Was the veil so thin?
The veil was transparent.
The corrupt priest strikes again.
That elf is a great teacher.
You're right.
She's just a little different.
Yeah.
You're really not coming with us?
Correct. It's as I told you before. I would only get in your way.
All right.
You remember the path to Ender, don't you?
Yes. We'll go through the Villa region. Then we'll cross Regal Canyon and find the Northern Lands checkpoint.
Forgive me. You have a long journey ahead. It took the four of us 10 years.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I see. So we'll be following the same route you took to the Demon King's castle.
But it's a
on
good
your
thing
first
for
journey.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah, same route. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's going to be cathartic.
Yeah, definitely.
I can't wait till my D&D game gets to that point.
Mm-hmm.
Final castle.
That we will. Another brief 10-year adventure.
All right.
Wow.
Here we go.
That's a dragon? I've never seen one in real life.
Did not work.
Oh, it's angry.
So,
Their eyes.
didn't do anything.
They are very resilient creatures. No choice then. Run!
The urgency.
Yeah. Oh.
Wow, that was so good.
Gorgeous.
I'm excited for this journey.
Yeah, me too.
I'm always just so happy after these episodes.
Just chilling.
Rare for anime.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but excited to discuss more about her journey. But if you're excited for more episodes of Frieren, make sure to hit like, comment, and subscribe down below for episodes coming every Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can't wait and want to see 11 episodes ahead right now, they're all posted to Patreon and they're extended full-length forms along with episodes of all the other series we're watching. For now, we have a lot to discuss, but before we do that, where are we headed?
All right, let's review.
Thank you for watching. For now, we're going to go to questions given to us by our incredible Patreon members. If you want to ask us questions we answer after every episode of any show we watch and support us as creators, join the link in the description below. For now, let's go to question 1. Question 1. Olivia asks, if they make it to Aureli, I think that's what they called it, Aureli, the land where souls rest, what do you think Fern and Frieren will gain / how will it benefit them? What do you think it is that they are each really looking for there? I think when we saw Fern, she had just lost her family, so I assume, like, she was about to end her own life because her war ravaged her land, so yeah. I would assume she'd probably want to go see her parents, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely think that Fern would want to go see the family she lost. And then Frieren obviously wants to go talk to Himmel.
Well, it doesn't seem to right now.
Okay.
Like, I think that's what I would say. That's
the goal, but she doesn't want to.
But maybe, like, this is another classic example of her saying something, but that's not really what she feels.
Yeah.
Kind of like the sunset isn't cool, but, like, deep down when she really took it in, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of anybody besides Himmel, Frieren.
So maybe the priest.
And maybe some... Well, here's the thing. I bet along the way... on this journey, as she goes through the route, she's going to encounter things that remind her of other people she might have lost along the way, and maybe by the end she gets to see all of them there. Yeah,
I could totally see that.
Yeah. All right, let's go to question 2. Kala asks, what do you think of Frieren's teacher, and how was she able to foresee Frieren's current life problems?
That was really, really fascinating, that someone who obviously wasn't an elf and didn't have an elf lifespan, like, the show up until this point has been almost exclusively getting at the idea that no one can understand the way Frieren thinks because her time scale is so vastly different from everyone else's. So the fact that her instructor, who couldn't personally understand that, was able to kind of hit the nail on the head years before it ever kind of like manifested is just incredible.
Yeah, I would guess it has to do with, perhaps it has to do with just an understanding of how lifespan affects lives that she had, like researching elves. But my other thought is maybe she went to like the heaven place and like Aurelie and talked to some elves there, and they were like, yeah,
are there other elves in this? Like,
we haven't seen any really.
What's up with that?
I wonder if we're gonna get any of why that she doesn't want to travel with them since they have a similar time
Yeah,
span.
that feels like a very easy problem to solve, but they also seem very rare. But she literally is all the time in the world, so
the teacher definitely had an aura, like was very cool, and the animation of that tree opening was also amazing.
Yes.
This is reminding me of like Legend of Zelda a little bit. To be able to nail on the head exactly what her issue was going to be and turn it to that page, like
with such certainty to leave a book open.
There was something
that's like future
there.
sense going on.
Yeah, maybe she knew some sort of. I mean, if you have the ability to go to heaven, maybe you have more advanced magic than anything else. You know?
Yeah.
We'll see, but definitely a little mystery there. Let's go to our third question. Max Mayer asks, after 4 episodes, what do you think about the relationship between Fern and Frieren?
I think it's really interesting and very cool because they're learning a lot from each other. I mean, good teachers will always say like, oh, I learn from my students, but I feel like she's really learning from Fern more so than a typical like student-teacher relationship. I did find that scene in the horse carriage where Fern was asked like, is she a good teacher? She was like, I don't know. I just feel like Fern has obviously come so far, and that can only be because of her instructor. So
I'm thinking that there's a difference between a regular teacher and an apprentice and master, where as a master, not only are you expected to teach, but also you're kind of their parental figure in a way. So she's like, I don't know if she really cares about me. Like, if you were talking about just the teaching, I don't think you'd mention that, but I think maybe it's lost in translation, or maybe I'm just reading into it, but I think he was more asking like, how is being with her, like what is she like and is she a good master type thing, like a good teacher and role model / does she care for you type thing. I don't think that was explicitly really said though, so yeah, because I thought the same thing. I was like, well, she's a really good mage, like she's got great powers thus far.
You have grown so much. And
she also mentioned that it was because Hyder died and was like, please take her on as an apprentice. Like maybe she's like, I don't know if she's a great teacher because she was kind of conned into it.
I can see how it would be difficult to not feel like a burden when you know that the only reason someone took you on as an apprentice is because your caretaker died and basically begged them to, and they felt obligated because they were already in this weird like headspace.
And also encouragement and investment are important parts of being a teacher.
Yeah.
And she's not that great at that.
No.
And also she said, I think another thing she mentioned, I forgot about this, was like, I feel like I'm just kind of dragged along on her adventures and travel behind her. Like that's not really
like she just kind of does her own thing. That's true. Yeah.
But
I've definitely had teachers like that who were just kind of doing their own thing and we were just there.
But you can also sense that that's not quite her opinion on it. Like she was more just saying like, these are the facts of it, but I feel like I really like her. Like that's what was on the other side of it.
Yeah. But then once Eisen was like, I feel like she's a good teacher, then Fern agreed. So I don't know, maybe she's just overthinking it.
I think that and it was also a flashback of Eisen that we saw in the past where she was like, well, I won't take on an apprentice, it'd be a burden, blah, blah, like in a bunch of years. And her whole group was like, but we know that's not how you really feel. Like, we've seen how you react to things. So I think he knew, like, she is a good teacher. She may not be, like, seem like she is into it, but she very clearly enjoys being a teacher.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, but it's not, she not so clearly enjoys being a teacher. But to him it's clear because he knows Frieren.
Yeah.
It's kind of, it's beautiful, this unique perspective on someone.
Yeah.
Because like at the end of the day, like I was gonna say back then, an elf getting that gift like that for Fern is like a human doing like a whole parade for somebody. Like, you know, like for her scale, that's pretty huge.
Exactly.
Like, and she said, I've never seen her make that face when she was deciding over the gift. That's how much anguish this brings her. She doesn't get it.
Exactly. Well, and she was really putting an effort into deciding even when it was something she wasn't comfortable with.
Exactly. Yeah. But I'm excited to see more of their relationship. I think it's great thus far, but it's very nuanced, which I enjoy. But that's where we're left for episode 4 of Frieren. Are we excited for episode 5, Phantoms of the Dead?
Can't wait.
All right, let's get it.
Let's go.